This is our story about going to Poland, Europe's next superpower country and rising star. Get ready for a captivating 6-day road trip across the country. From Krakow, one of Europe's most beautiful cities, full of tradition and delights, to Poland's vibrant capital Warsaw, the pulse of Poland's modernity, to its less explored eastern frontier Białystok, bordering Belarus, and to Lublin, a neighbor to war-torn Ukraine. There is much to discover.
Coming is good.
It's good.
Once under Soviet control for 45 years, this nation of 38 million has returned to free and peaceful living. But its peace is in danger again as Russia's war in Ukraine rages and could reach Poland, a reality the Poles fear. But Poland stands strong as Europe's eastern bulwark, arming itself against Putin's ambitions.
Nazi extermination camps.
It's a place where the scars of the Holocaust live side by side with stories of salvation. Poland isn't just a welcoming country that will leave a mark on your heart, captivate your senses and warm your soul. It's a force shaping Europe's future that deserves your admiration and your attention.
Darling, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was checking if the car is still here. Because you know the saying, once in Poland, already stolen.
Oh no, I think that's an outdated saying, that all Polish people are robbers and criminals. Look outside, it looks like a safe area. As we cross into Poland from Switzerland, our minds are clouded by stereotypes. In fact, Poland now ranks as Europe's third safest country. But will our journey confirm this? Our adventure begins in Łódź, where we spent the night in a $30 apartment because we didn't make it to Warsaw after a long drive. The Soviet-era lift has a door sign warning of danger. Łódź is home to 700,000 people and is Poland's third largest city. We would love to explore it on foot, but the weather has other plans, so we decide to drive on to Warsaw, Poland's capital. Maneuvering our car out of the narrow courtyard is a bit of a challenge. It's a 2-hour drive to Warsaw. On the way out, we get a glimpse of Łódź, known as the Manchester of Poland. Once the heart of Europe's textile industry, its industrial glory faded under communism. Today, Łódź is rebuilding, with old factories and buildings being transformed into Poland's new film and arts capital.
You think it's a nuclear power plant?
It could be.
getting dark. Oh, what a skyline.
It feels like Manhattan. Gorgeous.
In Warsaw, we choose an authentic stay in a communist-era apartment block for $50 a night. It's right in the center, next to the iconic Palace of Culture and skyscrapers. These blocks are all over Poland, with kiosks at the entrance, a relic from communist-era planning to provide basics to residents. We are curious about our new home. These so-called Bloki still house 12 million people, a third of all Poles. Many residents like to live in these affordable blokowiska homes.
A real communist-era residential building.
Yeah, feels like Soviet Union.
Like back in the old times. Finally, here it is. The last room. And it feels like in prison here. And we see the owners are Christians.
KMB, what does it mean?
I think Casper, Melchior, Balthasar. It's a Catholic blessing.
This is huge. It's not like the outside. It's much prettier. Wow. What an amazing view.
As we move in, we hope for clearer skies tomorrow to explore Warsaw. Poland's weather can be harsh, with a Siberian influence. Our night in the Bloki was peaceful, and so is today's weather. We begin exploring Warsaw at the Palace of Culture and Science, the city's most iconic landmark in the middle of the business district. It was a gift from the Soviet Union, named after Stalin, but later renamed. It remains a controversial symbol of 45 years of Soviet occupation, when a communist regime was imposed on Poland after World War II.
Czy chciałbyś porozmawiać? Chętnie Cię wysłucham. Umów się na darmową konsultację psychologiczną.
This is advertisement.
Dziękuję i
It's
życzę
amazing.
powodzenia.
That's a
Wesołych
flyer
świąt.
for psychological help. It's amazing. He's approaching people. He stopped right in front of me. So,
Dzień dobry.
dzień dobry. Hello. Fantastic.
We hop on a tram to the historic center. Warsaw's tram network is one of Europe's largest and oldest. It carries 200 million passengers a year. On board you see a snapshot of Warsaw's 1.8 million inhabitants.
Następny przystanek centrum.
In the center, we see the statue of Charles de Gaulle, a symbol of long friendship between Poland and France. De Gaulle served in Poland in the 1920s, helping to modernize Poland's army, and as a president of France, he intensified this bond. Nearby is Nowy Świat Street, Warsaw's famous street. Here we try Pączki, Poland's legendary donuts, with 300 million eaten every year.
Real Polish delights. Look at this.
Traditionally filled with rose jam, but they can also be with chocolate, vanilla or liqueurs.
Dzień dobry. One with chocolate, please.
Mam czekoladę. Okej, 9 złotych jeśli proszę.
It's good, yeah? It's very similar to the Berliner in Switzerland. Actually, it's almost the same.
Mogę posmakować? Mogę posmakować?
Sorry?
Can I taste it?
No.
No, okay. Have a good day.
Okay. This was a strange encounter.
Once you've tried Pączki, you will understand why they're not for sharing. This new World Street or Nowy Świat is a culinary hotspot with bakeries, restaurants and cafes. Young Charles de Gaulle also came here to enjoy his donuts. We stop at the Nicolaus Copernicus monument, the Polish astronomer who changed our view of the universe by placing the sun rather than the Earth at the center of the solar system.
It was all completely destroyed in the Second World War, and it's completely rebuilt.
After Nazi forces destroyed 85% of Warsaw, the old town was rebuilt in 5 years, earning UNESCO status. We approach the Holy Cross Church, renowned for housing the heart of Poland's famous composer Chopin. The Polish Pope John Paul II is also honored here. From Chopin's heart to the heart of Warsaw's streets. Poland is the most populous country after Germany, France, Italy and Spain, and has one of the youngest populations, which highlights its European importance, economically and culturally.
Polish people like drinking.
Alcohol, especially vodka, is deeply rooted in Polish culture. Many families make it at home. We approach the Józef Piłsudski statue, Poland's father of independence, who restored Polish sovereignty after 120 years of partition, and are reminded that Poland faces new threats from its eastern neighbors, Russia and Belarus. Alarmed by Russia's aggression, Poland raises its defense budget to 5% of GDP, the highest in NATO and EU, even surpassing the US. Poland, with NATO's third largest army, has launched the East Shield defense system on its border with Russia and Belarus, and is considering hosting US nuclear weapons. Since 2024, 13-year-old Polish kids must take firearm classes in school. Here at the tomb of the unknown soldier, the hourly changing of the guard honors all fallen soldiers. With 38 million people, Poland stands as Europe's eastern bulwark and holds the key to Europe's destiny. The soldiers tell us the Lithuanian president is visiting, underlining Poland's strong ties with its Baltic neighbors against eastern threats. Back on the famous Krakowskie Przedmieście street, we pass luxury shops, five-star hotels like the Bristol and Raffles Europejski, and a neoclassical presidential palace where President Duda and Prime Minister Tusk are shaping Poland's future until the next presidential election in May 2025. The street leads us into the heart of Warsaw's UNESCO-listed Old Town. Here in the Old Town stands the Royal Castle. Originally home to Polish monarchs and parliament, it was destroyed in World War II and reconstructed. The column honors King Sigismund, who moved Poland's capital to Warsaw.
What are you singing? It sounds so beautiful.
Oh, it's just singing from our heart.
From your heart, it's
Yes.
just improvised music or
No,
Polish songs?
no, it's Ukrainian songs. It's Ukrainian Christian songs.
Okay, Ukrainian Christian
Yes,
songs.
yeah.
Peace for
Translate.
Ukraine.
Yes.
Mir, Ukraine.
Yes, yes, yes,
yes.
Thank you very much.
God bless
God
you.
bless.
Over 1.5 million Ukrainian refugees now call Poland home. We'll meet more as we move closer to the border. Time to warm up with a sweet treat. Poland is famous for its Wedel chocolate houses, Poland's oldest chocolate brand. We enjoy liquid white chocolate paired with pancakes. In the heart of the old town, at the market square, Poland feels like a beautiful fairy tale. The lively market square is surrounded by reconstructed historic buildings. At its heart stands the mermaid statue, Warsaw's symbol, gracing also the city's coat of arms. It's amazing how this whole area was rebuilt from the ashes after the war, guided by old paintings and photos. Here we find restaurants serving Polish cuisine. We choose one to try the famous pierogi.
Pierogi z winakiem, mix sałat. Proszę bardzo, brawo. Pierogi z mięsem.
Thank you.
Poland's beloved dumplings are a must. Roberto's pierogi are filled with meat, while I go for pierogi with spinach and feta. The most popular filling is potato and cheese. Roberto couldn't resist the second course, fries with tender pork. This special evening in Warsaw's Old Town comes at a higher price, $60. but it's worth every penny. Our waiter embodies Polish hospitality and invites us to a shot of Polish vodka.
This is typical Polish.
Yes. Sherry vodka. Soplica wiśniowa. Sherry. Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
We are full and happy as we leave the old town through the Barbican Fortress Gate to the new town. But the way back to our apartment takes us into Warsaw's tragic past and changes our mood. Krasiński Square holds the Warsaw Uprising Monument, honoring those who fought against Nazi occupation in 1944. Over 200,000 Poles died in the 63-day battle. Nearby is the monument to the ghetto heroes. It honors the 450,000 Jews who were forced into Warsaw's ghetto, the largest in Nazi-occupied Europe. Despite starvation, they rose up in 1943 and fought for a month before being crushed by the Nazis. At the Umschlagplatz Memorial, whose German name translates chillingly into English as deportation point, we face the horror of the Holocaust.
Along this path of suffering and death, over 300,000 Jews were driven from the Warsaw ghetto to the gas chambers of the Nazi extermination camps.
Our journey through Poland's dark history continues in the next days as we head to Lublin and the Majdanek concentration camp.
Nie zmieniać? Nie. Nie, ja mogę to zmieniać.
As our first day in Warsaw ends, we are moved by its tragic past and its dynamic rebirth, and we know that our journey through Poland is just beginning. Before leaving, we go to Warsaw's Praga district, a raw neighborhood across the Vistula River, to see another side of Polish life beyond tourist spots. Praga, once infamous for its crime rate, has transformed remarkably. We visit Rosicki Bazaar, Warsaw's oldest market, dating back to 1901.
How about this one? Soviet communist time?
Remember Dąbrowski? 150 years is Columbus, Russian, Austria, and Prussia.
Poland was conquered and divided between Russia, Germany and Austria. Poland ceased to exist as a country on Europe's map for 123 years.
And communist good? Communist
Communism is good,
is good.
but people no good.
But life in communist is good. Was good.
No.
Warsaw, Krakow, Lublin.
Kraków. Nie Krakow.
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 Warszawa.
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 English speaking. Warsaw.
Warsaw. Warsaw.
This is not Warsaw only.
It's Warszawa.
Warsaw. Warsaw is a city. How you? Beautiful.
Beautiful. Piękna. Warszawa piękna. Thank you for teaching me Polish. You are nice.
Maybe.
We leave Warsaw along the Vistula, Poland's longest river, heading northeast to Białystok in Podlakia, near the Belarus border. This lesser-known region holds new discoveries for us. Podlakia region, with 1.2 million people, is known for nature and cultural diversity. It is home to a unique mix of Poles, Belarusians, Lithuanians, Tatars and Ukrainians.
Rechts abbiegen.
We arrive in Białystok, where we've booked an apartment for the night. With 300,000 people, Białystok is the largest city in northeast Poland.
An old wooden house, and inside completely renovated. So beautiful.
What's the price for the room?
I made a good bargain. Instead of $68, $48 per night. I am completely impressed.
What a big
I'm
TV.
completely
Cool.
impressed. It's kind of special how they prepared the sheets.
Yeah.
We're looking for a restaurant with Podlakian dishes, a blend of Polish, Belarusian and Lithuanian tastes. We choose Polish Tyskie beer and local specialties like cepelini, grilled chicken breast with rice and chickpea dumplings stuffed with onions. Cepelini is a real Podlakian dish. These potato dumplings are typically filled with minced meat. Our whole meal costs $35. A new day begins in Białystok, the capital of Podlakia, with its beautiful red brick basilica of the Assumption of Virgin Mary. Poland is one of the most religious countries in Europe, with around 90% identifying as Roman Catholic. Over 70% of Poles go to church regularly, and there are more than 10,000 churches in the country. Compared with older generations, statistics show that the young and the better educated practice religion less. Białystok in Poland's east is historically less developed than the west, With an average wage of $1,100 instead of the national average of $1,700, many rely on small businesses or farming.
Dzień dobry.
Wow! Very nice. Ricotta.
Ricotta, yeah. Do you like garlic?
The quality of local products is impressive, especially the cheese. The earliest evidence of European cheesemaking was discovered in Poland 5500 BC.
Garlic, yeah.
Much strawberry.
A lot of garlic. Yeah.
From fine cheeses to Poland's sernik, the popular Polish cheesecake. Poles eat an average of 6 kilograms per person each year. Białystok surprises us with its young population. 30% of its residents are students. It's a dynamic university city. The Branicki Palace, a Baroque masterpiece, serves as the Medical University of Białystok and is often called the Versailles of the East. Poland offers free university education, and Polish students are among the top 15 globally in math and science. Poland's focus on education is making it a European intellectual hub. We leave Białystok for Lublin and go close to the Ukrainian border. We pass rural Poland, where forests cover a third of the country, home to wolves, European bison, and charming villages. We arrive in Lublin, also named Poland's Gate to the East, one of its oldest cities and a center of education and culture.
Rechts abbiegen. Dann befindet sich das Ziel auf der rechten Seite.
After checking in, we go downtown and search for a restaurant. Going through the famous Krakow gate, we enter Lublin's UNESCO-listed Old Town. Lublin is renowned for its old houses and cobblestone streets. This area was home to one of Europe's largest Jewish communities, a third of its population before the Holocaust. Today, it's a vibrant district of bars and restaurants, a symbol of resilience and rebirth. We choose a Jewish restaurant and honor Lublin's Jewish heritage. Each dish tells a story of survival.
And chicken roast. Please enjoy your meal.
Thank you so much.
After hummus and pita, we have chicken soup and a unique Jewish cabbage soup with almonds and raisins, and it's getting better. The highlight, salt beef with potato and fruit, a special Jewish version of corned beef inspired by recipes from Jewish immigrants from Western Europe. It's sad to know this was once the city's Jewish quarter. Tomorrow we face the dark history of the Majdanek concentration camp. In the distance, once again, we hear Ukrainian voices and songs. Ukrainian choir sings haunting melodies and reminds us of Poland's support for Ukraine against Russia.
Did you sleep well?
Yes, quite well.
It's a nice room, but in the night when I went to the bathroom I hit my head because the height upstairs here is so low.
A new day in Lublin begins, and we want to explore this medieval city by daylight before moving on.
A gdy się zejdą raz i drugi, kobieta po przejściach, mężczyzna z przeszłością, bardzo się męczą przez czas długi. Co zrobić z tą miłością? On już je widział, już zna.
Music fills the air. Under communism, the regime controlled music, banning jazz, pop and rock as anti-Soviet and dangerous. Today, Polish music is free and diverse.
On już słyszał o życiu złamanym, ona już wie, już zna tę historię, że żona go nie rozumie, że wcale ze sobą nie śpią. Ona na pamięć to umie, a gdy przyjdzie zapomnieć...
The pulse of Lublin is optimistic, just like the general mood in Poland. There may be a reason for it. After joining the EU in 2004, Polish GDP has more than tripled. Poland is now wealthier than Portugal and approaching Spain's level. Unemployment is the second lowest in the European Union.
Chyba nie, czy ja mógłbym serce złamać? I tebe, gdy się farsa zmienia w dramat, niech nam skąd, czy te oczy mogą kłamać, ależ skąd?
Leaving the city behind, we drive to the nearby Majdanek Memorial, a place where unspeakable atrocities happened.
Du hast das Ziel erreicht.
Majdanek was one of the biggest Nazi concentration camps. 360,000 lives were exterminated here, mostly Jews. The Second World War and the Holocaust began in 1939, when Poland was invaded by Germany and the Soviet Union. The Burning Stone Monument, a massive concrete and stone structure, symbolizes the heavy suffering and burden the victims had to bear. Six million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust, including 3 million Polish Jews, over 1 million at Poland's biggest concentration camp Auschwitz alone. We leave with heavy hearts and drive to Krakow. We arrive in Krakow, Poland's second largest city and cultural capital. It survived the war intact, making it one of Europe's most beautiful cities where history comes alive. Krakow was Poland's royal capital for over 500 years. Its old town is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a magnet for tourists. Tomorrow we will explore more of Krakow, but for now it's time to find a warm place for dinner. We find a traditional Polish restaurant offering hearty and warming local specialties.
Hot, hot.
We enjoy Krakow-style soup with sausage and eggs, beef roulade with bacon, and pierogi with sauerkraut and mushrooms. The friendly locals sweeten our meal. Back on the main square, the cheerful atmosphere is dimmed by the dark reality of war in Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine! Stoimy dzisiaj w obliczu tragicznej rzeczywistości, która dzieje się tuż za polską wschodnią granicą. Wojna w Ukrainie to nie tylko konflikt zbrojny, ale także ogromna tragedia humanitarna, która dotyka miliony niewinnych ludzi. Każdego dnia docierają do nas obszary zniszczonych miast, płonących domów i ludzi, którzy tracą wszystko. Dach nad głową, bliskich, nadziei. Wojna w Ukrainie naznaczona jest przerażającymi tragediami.
The posters echo death, hunger and pain. The protesters recall the 70,000 Ukrainian soldiers killed and 15,000 missing in the war with Russia, just across Poland's borders. For some, it's their third Christmas in Russian captivity.
To jedno z najbardziej szokujących świadectw wojennych zbrodni. Sława Ukrainie! Herojem sława! Niech żyje Polska! Niech żyje Polska!
We move from Ukrainian suffering to Jewish survival, a true story made famous by Spielberg's film.
Here in this factory, Oskar Schindler saved the lives of 1,200 Jews.
Schindler, a German industrialist, protected his Jewish workers in his enamelware factory, claiming they were essential to the war effort. Spielberg's film Schindler's List won 7 Oscars, including Best Picture. The factory is now a museum with 400,000 visitors a year. At Ghetto Hero Square, we see 33 oversized metal chairs symbolizing furniture left behind by Jews who were deported from Krakow's ghetto.
Every empty chair symbolizes a missing Jew.
Poland's Jewish heritage is touching. We now go on to Krakow's main attraction, the main market square, Europe's largest medieval square.
Sezam, mak.
Sesam. Dziękuję.
No chodź tutaj. Tańcie tu. Chodź.
Okay.
Tu, dawaj.
Okay. Dziękuję.
No.
What's your name? Nicole. Nicole.
Irena.
Irena?
No.
Irena.
Jemy. Smacznego.
Dziękuję.
Irena, cześć.
In Krakow, a must-try is the ring-shaped bread of warsanki. It's sold at street stalls and has a 600-year-old tradition. The market square is famous for its UNESCO cloth hall and a statue of national poet Mickiewicz. From St. Mary's Basilica, we hear the hourly bugle call, an old tradition honoring a trumpeter who was shot while warning of a Mongol invasion. St. Mary's Basilica, Krakow's iconic landmark, calls us inside for Mass. The basilica houses the largest Gothic altarpiece in the world and commemorates Karol Wojtyła, later Pope John Paul II, who served as Archbishop of Krakow. His influence went beyond religion. He played a crucial role in the fall of communism and the rise of the Solidarność movement. As we leave the church, the scene in front of us on the market square shows how Christian values shaped the character of Poland. We see locals distributing free meals to the homeless and those in need.
Thank you for your help because it's like volunteer work.
It's a volunteer
It's
work.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dziękuję bardzo.
Meanwhile, just meters away, tourists indulge in the full spectrum of Polish delights and pleasures. As we've seen on our journey, Poland has many faces. It's a land of contrasts. Traditions coexist with modernization. Poland has become a global player, from football icons like Lewandowski to its crucial role in the European Union and NATO. Poland is a country transforming before our eyes, a rising power shaping Europe's future. This nation is a success story, rising economically and standing as Europe's stronghold on the front line. We end our journey at Wawel Castle with this in mind. What do you think about Poland and our video? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the journey, please like, subscribe or even support us. We would love to have you with us again. Until then, please take care of yourself.
What is your name? Zagos?
Yes.
Zagos.
Grzegorz.
Zagos.
Yes.
Zagos.
Grzegorz.
Zagos. Nice name. Polish name.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a love song, but it's not a good love. Yeah, it's a hard love. Yeah, not happy love. Yeah, not happy. Yeah.